Alright gang, welcome back to some more Mario. We're going to continue where we left off in World 6, and we're going to start this one off. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video is not really something that many of us gamers want to hear, let alone talk about, but it's a controversial subject and not one to shy away from it. Other yellow hat guys here to confront it, and that's why I'm still here on this earth. So with that said, let's talk about feminist frequency and the controversy it's had on the gaming community. Now, it's no secret that, games like comics, kind of cater, and it's not even kinda, they cater towards, male fantasies, male just experiences and what have you, and we're in a generation now where, years ago you could go to a comic convention, and I'm talking like 80s. You could go to comic conventions and there's no girls there. It was just a, sausage festival, if you will. And nowadays you've got girls who are not only going to these conventions that, you know, uh, are interested in comics, but you have some girls who, are accused of not being as interested in comics, and they show up. And you can say, oh, fake nerd girl and this and that, because they're not as into the things that, the average collector or con goer or what have you is. But it doesn't really matter. Those guys who went to conventions before, or created stuff, they didn't create it just for, the idea that it was going to be, dudes only or what have you. They're happy to see that women are interested and at least want to get into this kind of field. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there's people who are into it only for the money and the attention, and it is what it is. Walk past those people and ignore it. And it's kind of the same deal with this. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Walk past it and ignore if it's not for you. The other night, she posted up a new video about women in the background and what have you. And the improper response from the community was taken, and some, not all, some just went very defensive and I guess threatened her. She made some kind of Twitter remark or something like that. Now, I watched the latest video, and it wasn't too bad. And what I'm about to say here, it's not a popular opinion, but I think she's right. And having that opinion of the gaming industry and the things that she brought up. Now, it's easy for me to say I don't play games like that on average, but, that doesn't make the issue any less true because, I don't tend to play games like that. I mean, I saw the first video that she put up about games, and there she was, going in on, Mario and the trope of, women being, just something that, man, I'm just going to skip that. I should have got it, but I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over. But, she was going in on how women like Peach were just kind of, characters that were being, I don't want to use the word lusted over or whatever, but they were just kind of pawns in the scheme. They were just story-driven characters, not really anything else other than that. Are not meant to be anything else like that. And it was at that point where I was like, you know what, fuck this chick and the horse she rode on. That's just really just don't attack the video games. That's the one thing that keeps some of us going, or that's the one thing that at the end of the day we can rely on to be somewhat consistent. But maybe the first couple of videos, her approach rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but if you watch some of the others, I think she learned, or at least is trying not to come off abrasive. So, yeah, let's not threaten her. Let's not attack her in those ways. You're just kind of showing some of these, radical conservatives who feel that video games cause violence and what have you. You're kind of proving them right, and just just it's not a cool thing to do. Like, how many other people have opinions and make their videos, and people want to respond in that way. So it's something I'm asking folks. If you're watching this video and you're feeling like she's got a negative impact on gaming because she's opening her mouth or whatever, just don't watch her video. That's really the way to go about it if that's how you feel. But she has some good points in her videos, and I'm probably the last person I expected myself to be coming to her defense and everything. But that's just another way to look at things. But it's one thing when you watch those videos and it's like, man, she's taking all these clips out of context, and it's not like the women in these videos are you're trying to do the wrong thing to them outside of maybe Grand Theft Auto. But I don't know, again, those aren't my genre of games per se. It's not to say that I don't own any games like that or own some of those games that were put up on screen, but it is what it is. So I think she's right. So for those of you who've asked me in the past, what do I think, and I've been hesitant to comment on it, it still is an issue, and gamers have shown they're willing to buy games, and I'm sure the average gamer isn't, looking at it like, oh, there's going to be, lots of women battery and rape in the game, but it's in there. It's a mature game. There's a section of us that likes mature games, and I'm sure the average person could argue, I go for the gameplay and the story, not necessarily for these side missions that involve this kind of stuff that she's speaking out against. But you can't expect developers who she's actually trying to talk about, not we as gamers for the most part. You can't expect them to stop that kind of creating if the dollars support otherwise. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Anywho, I know a million other YouTubers have bit that already, but what else do I want to talk about? Still dealing with the DMV. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, and that's all of you because I haven't talked about it yet, got pulled over the other day for it wasn't a speeding ticket, it was more or less my tags were revoked. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, they were revoked, and it wasn't something, well, at least I got to the halfway point. I wasted that mushroom, but yeah, just like that, out of nowhere, and I should have saw that coming, out of nowhere a cop pulled behind me and he's like, yeah, your tags are revoked and I'm going to take your tag and blah, 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 blah. So that's a big inconvenience knowing that, I've got stuff I've got to do. I'm trying to attend some conventions, or attend a convention. Man, a convention and a couple of weddings in the next couple of days. And may have to rent a car. I'm not sure what I'm going to do other than attempt to still go to work as is, but maybe I can do this. Oh, no, I can't do that. I was hoping I could jump up enough to maybe get a mushroom out of that. Wasting a lot of lives here already. But that situation is not one I can... Okay, so there is a mushroom in there. That situation is not one I can take care of right now. The DMV is being a pain and not letting me get a new tag even though the tag has been taken. But basically, as far as the law goes, he was just able to take my tag on the content that, or on the prefix that the DMV shows that I didn't have insurance as of October last year, hence why the tag was able to be, taken. Like, yeah, because putting him right there in the way of me is, I don't know, I'm just impatient trying to get done with this. And this is probably a record too. I haven't died that much in this game, but, I gave it a couple days to give myself stuff I actually wanted to talk about, and to, I guess, not play anything Mario or just games for the most part, sadly. It's like, oh, you can't actually just relax playing other games? I guess not. That was a bunch of crap. Alright, so hopefully this takes us somewhere else. By somewhere else, I meant like closer to the boss. Okay, let's actually see how that goes. Yeah, that I would have died right there had I not moved fast enough. Man, that's just, yeah, can I climb on that thing? I don't really know what to do here. This is a really tough stage. It's like, oh, maybe the little golden leaf thing will appear or something. You know, allowing me to be invincible like in some of the others. But no, I don't think that concept was realized until 3D Land, I think. That's where they first showed that, at least to my knowledge. But in recording these, I can be lazy. Like Pat the NES Punk would say, you know, these LPers, they don't have a lot of creativity and what have you. That's his argument. That could be fair, but you know, I don't care. I'm still making my videos for those of you who care and want to watch them, and then most ultimately for myself. So, what was I actually getting at? That's that would be a more even. That would be an even better point. But I'm hoping that the sound could be up to snuff is what I was actually, wow, what I was actually trying to mention was, I saw the last video, and thank you for those who are actually watching that. I found out that you guys actually like that series, and you know, the number of views caters to that. I would like to think it's Mario, but you know, it could just be because, hey, here's a guy with a DS and a way to, why can I not jump on it? In a way to record from it. So all that's appreciated. So other than that, what else do I got going on? I covered Sarkeesian. I covered her, or I think, at least I think that's how I say her name. I covered Anita. Man, it's like I just cannot run far enough. I don't even know how many lives I have. I really don't. Okay, there we go. 6 lives. 6 lives. World 6. Any more 6s? That would explain this level. Okay, maybe I just need to concentrate. Maybe I just need to stop talking for a little bit. I don't know. So that definitely wasn't the answer. Okay, so surprisingly still alive here. 2 more coins, 3 away from getting another life. It's like there's no like area for you to rest here. You just gotta be on the go, like super quick. Like even right there, like I wipe my nose for a second and I see that other coin and it's still just like Deathville. And this video is going way too long. Like the weird thing is, I don't even remember doing any of the other levels. I'm sure like I started at 6-1 and now I'm already at the castle, which would be a convenient stopping point, as always, but you know. Okay, I was able to retain super form, so maybe I can, you know, afford to take a hit here. Hopefully the boss isn't too bad in this area. Okay, let's actually... Okay, so I can stop right here. That's the only way you're going to get through this. Okay, that actually worked out. I don't care about that coin. Screw it. Where is the boss? Okay. There's got to be some kind of mushroom or something around here. I don't see one either. Oh, swells. I hate Bowser Jr. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. My fear was I was going to get killed and have to do all of that over again, but that is over and done with. Speaking of Bowser Jr., I read that he's going to be in the new Smash Bros. And it's not just a rumor anymore, it's kind of confirmed, so that's pretty neat. Also, Link in the new Mario Kart. I should be talking about all this in another video, I guess, but who cares? Um, Thanks for watching. You know what I'm about to follow that all up with, so, choose to do what you will with that information. Figured I might stop asking for a little while, but oh well. Tell some friends. Thank you for your continued support. And until next time, I'm going to make like a bad check and bounce.